What is up, everybody? I'm George Mossey. So, 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After Season 7, Episode 6 has aired. So, let's check in with Angela and Michael. So, we actually got some scenes with Michael last night, and he was trying to learn how to swim. Now, I am going to side with Michael here because I can't swim. And the last time I was in a pool, I also almost drowned to my death. So, I definitely understand how scary that can be. So, congrats to him for taking that step and trying to become his own man and learn something new. So we know that Michael is trying to be a social media influencer. He would like to earn a living off of social media. The only issue is Angela has absolutely no want in him being on social media due to lack of loyalty and respect for her the last time he was on social media. So many different women in his DMs and his comments. Angela just felt like it was a huge temptation for him, and it's best for their relationship if he doesn't have social media. So we watched Angela and Rene get on a plane, land in Nigeria, and actually decide to go and see Michael a little bit early. They were actually going to go the next day until she got a text message from Michael being even more mean to her and actually making her feel even worse about being there. So they actually decide to move the trip up to that night to Michael's house. So they actually drive to his home, climb over a fence, and try to get Michael to come outside, which he refuses to do. Now, we know for a fact that Michael was awake because he answered the phone on their way to his house. Now, whether or not he was actually home, I guess we don't know because his car was out front, but the apartment looked very dark. When Michael decided he wasn't going to come outside, or if Michael wasn't there, again, we're not 100% sure, Angela proceeded to go and start taking apart Michael's car. So I have to stress this. Michael hasn't worked in years, so I'm assuming that that car does belong to Angela. Now, whether or not it's in Angela's name, I guess is unnecessarily irrelevant because everything that Michael owns, since Angela and Michael are married under Nigerian law, is half Angela's. And the fact that Angela has made every single payment on this car will give her the opportunity to take the car, take ownership of the car, and I guess even destroy the car if that's what she sees fit. And I'm hoping that that is 100% correct because we definitely don't want to see Angela end up in a Nigerian prison. We do not know how those work, and anyone knows from the news lately that any foreign prison is the worst place for anyone to be. So another question arose last night on Twitter. A lot of people want to know how much is enough money to send someone because Michael says that he's not receiving enough money from Angela in order for him to live. Now keep in mind that he hasn't been working for years, so he does have an apartment that has decent sized gate keeping unwanted visitors out, and he does have a newer Toyota Camry. If you remember when Michael and Angela were first introduced on the show, he had a much older 1997 Toyota Camry, and now he is driving a much newer Toyota Camry. So this question keeps coming up. How much is Angela actually sending Michael? Because she is keeping him housed, fed, and in a car. And how much does he really need? I mean, I know that he wants to go out and do things and have money to have a social life, but is that really Angela's responsibility? And I know that he was told by Angela not to get a job, but if he was to get a job, would Angela actually know? With the time difference between America and Nigeria, I don't really know that it would be really noticeable if he was working. And I think asking for more money when someone is already sending you so much money already, it's a huge red flag, and it definitely shows that you might be doing something that you shouldn't be doing. So whether or not this is the end of Angela and Michael's marriage as we know it, we will have to wait and see because, of course, right at the end of the episode, they gave us about 3 minutes for this scene. And of course, as it ended, that's when the drama started. So I'm going to be tuning in next week because Michael does actually confront Angela outside his home and things get extremely intense. All right, guys, I'm George Mossey. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at George Mossey and georgemossey.com for all your 90 Day Fiance news and updates. I'll talk to you all really soon.